Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a slightly controversial topic, and it's really why I don't like Fortnite. You know, pretty much the biggest game right now, and probably one of the biggest games ever, dare I say. But today I just kind of want to talk about why I don't actually like Fortnite anymore. That's what I need to point out and disclaim before this video. I used to love Fortnite, especially when it first came out, the Battle Royale. I played it a ton, and this has caused my sort of disdain and dislike to Fortnite a little bit as well, and other things have added throughout its life cycle to make me, grow a hate towards it at this point, really. So I want to start off. Fortnite is a great game. I am completely happy if you enjoy it, and it was really great that it's getting so many people. There's so many people outside of gaming actually getting involved in gaming for playing this. So obviously, but I'm not going to acknowledge the people that are just doing it for beneficial purposes, for money and all that, because those guys are scum, right? So today I want to talk about, as I previously mentioned, why I don't like it. There's multiple reasons throughout the life cycle. One of the main contribution is, I'm going to say that I don't like Fortnite because I overplayed it, and I don't know how other people don't do it, but I played it quite a lot at its release when there was nothing, not even leaderboards. There was no reward for winning whatsoever, and that is a contribution. And that is where I started to just come back from the game. But then having the game everywhere, forced in your face all the time, sort of gets irritating, and you sort of push yourself. I shouldn't have done this. Push myself to sort of enjoy it and be like, surely I need to enjoy this game. And I'm just going to say this: do not do that to a game. If you are doing it right now, just stop. Take a break from the game, and trust me, it will work so much better. This is evident through my enjoyment of Borderlands throughout years, because every time I come back to Borderlands after a few weeks of non-stop playing it, I do start to get bored, and I find it repetitive, and some mechanics I'm just completely done with, and I do start to get sick of the game. But I do like to take that time off instead of forcing myself to like it, and come back to it, and it feels fresh again, and I really enjoy it, and I want to start new things that I didn't already start, complete objectives that I already done. And that's where what I didn't do with Fortnite. So that's just a heads up, don't do that. Because I've seen all my friends, playing Fortnite, and I love playing with my friends, and they're, some of the nicest people I've ever met, and they're so fun to play with. And I really just played Fortnite for them, especially, and Fortnite is a great game for playing with friends. There's so many opportunities it adds, and it's just really fun and funny. But then it became to a point where I was forcing myself that much to enjoy it. I really was just going for the conversation, and it's like a frustrating experience with a conversation. That's what it was like to me. I was forcing myself to play the game. And, when I die, I just couldn't be bothered. Every time I landed in, I just felt pointless. I had, Fortnite heavily relies on the adrenaline rush you get in battles and fights, and that is the height. That is when you're going to enjoy it most, when everything's on the line. It's here or there, that this could be the difference, you winning or you dying at 90th place, and you don't want that. But when you start to stop caring about the game, and you really don't care about winning, the adrenaline goes. And I feel like Fortnite doesn't help that by not really providing enough incentive, other than obviously your obligatory leaderboards. Yeah, fair enough, you can brag to your friends, but even then, I feel like the UI is needlessly complicated, and could be brought down to a simple calling card above players' names, and then it'd feel more rewarding because you can, dare I say, boast easier about your wins, and it feels like you've got something better than the others, and you can feel like, you can show something for the hard work and how good a player you actually are. But when it's kind of hidden away, and you only can really tell them or go through a needlessly complicated UI, it's not the greatest. Other than my previously mentioned that I don't really care for winning and I don't get the adrenaline rush, once you take that away from the game, you sort of start to notice its flaws, and the flaws become more irritating. And it sort of grinds on you, and ruins the thought you have of this game. This the previous thought that I used to love and adore and think it was one of the greatest games to come out, and one of the best things to happen to gaming in a while, to which I kinda feel the opposite to now because of how I look at the game now. Now, once you take away the, the adrenaline rush, the want to win, you're left with a very repetitive game with basic, mediocre mechanics. Yes, I know this is probably controversial, I guess, but I don't, when you've got a game like Fortnite, obviously it is free, I need to factor that in, that is amazing, it still is a fantastic game for free expansion, but I'm looking at it without looking at the free spectrum, because you can say that about a lot of free games like Warframe, which is incredibly in-depth, and there's so many mechanics to make that game great. But when you're looking at stuff like gunplay, it's really mediocre at best. There's a lot of inconsistency, which causes a lot of frustration, lowers the skill ceiling, and it doesn't feel that great. When you're targeted on a person and it's missing, it doesn't feel great. I know it's an arcade game, but even then, it doesn't feel good, and anything that doesn't feel good shouldn't be, encouraged. The game is sort of melded around this way and can't really change this because of how the maps are made, and it would make the game frustrating as well doing it the opposite way. It's a sort of 50-50 on which way that they could go, and I feel like sticking with it is the only choice they've got. Also, stuff like the build mechanics, which is a unique aspect to the Battle Royale, which is one of really the only other than maybe the graded loot system. And this, I feel like, is more a nuisance to me than a benefit. It does seem like a great thing at the start, and that is where the learning curve really sits, your ability to build quickly and effective buildings that are going to give you the advantage in, battles, which is cool. That's cool and really did appeal to me originally, but as time went on, I just felt like this is a nuisance. I do feel like that Fortnite needs this for its gameplay to be different, and it really does create different opportunities. That's another thing. It kind of needs it in the game, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating as a player to play against. And one of these reasons is because the map design doesn't really suit. If it wasn't in there, the map design really caters to the building mechanics. So, when you're fighting and you're shooting, and then you're seeing this guy repeatedly put up like a wall in front of you, which doesn't take much skill, I guess, just putting up wood, and I guess there's tactics behind it. It just doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel satisfying to get the kill. It just feels more frustrating. You're wasting all your resources, your bullets, and it doesn't feel fun, and it just becomes an irritation rather than something I enjoy and feel like, I need to use tactics to outwit my opponent, rather than just shooting as many bullets as I can into his bloody massive wall that's just going to be built up again. And when that is sort of the main factor that is going to be changing from game, because there is only one map and one game mode, fair enough, they do add new game modes, which they did actually add like a Thanos thing. I'm not quite sure on it, I've not played it. And that actually looks really cool. That is one of the coolest things I've actually seen come from them, and it did actually gather a bit of interest from me, but still not enough for me to come back and actually download it again and play it, because of the disdain I hold towards it. Now, the game feels too samey. The level design is mediocre. Obviously it works really well with the building, and it does, hit that balance between, most of the first game is going to be in buildings and towns, not really your own buildings, and then late game is going to be your own buildings, so it's like a casual build up to different sort of circumstances. Mid game you're going to be fighting more longer range battles, that sort of thing. Which it does really create this interesting dynamic that Fortnite has, this unique, different gameplay, sort of stages within the Battle Royale. But to me it's just a mediocre game, and I've just played the hell out of it, and it's just started to grind on me, and that's why I don't like it. It's alright, but then once you play that much, it really just becomes a bad memory and ingrained in my head. A critique or, being negative towards the game isn't going to help anything. It's not going to change anything, and the only thing that really can change anything is constructive criticism. And the thing is, I'm not quite sure on what Fortnite can do to really get players like me back into Fortnite, because I feel like I'm done with Fortnite and there's not going to be anything that really can grasp me into the game to what I once enjoyed it for. You know, the only things I can recommend is stuff like new maps, I guess, you know, unique game modes, unique things to make Fortnite different and really change the way that the Battle Royale game is. You know, change the game enough that it's not going to feel like you're just playing a variant of Battle Royale. You're playing... no, wait, no, maybe that's poorly phrased. You know, like it differs enough from Battle Royale, but it still keeps to the formula or, you know, the aim that they're going for in the Battle Royale genre. And this is where it's hard for me, because a lot of the negative things I've said about it and things that have grinded on me are some of the key aspects, and taking them away would make the game more empty, or replacing them wouldn't work with the game. And that is the problem with my own critique, so I'm debunking myself. However, these are still, you know, not the greatest mechanics and really grind on me. So I feel like it's just a ticking bomb, Fortnite. You know, it's a great game, but it's gonna, no matter what, it needs to keep adding content, keep adding maps, and keep it really interesting, dynamic, quickly, and try not make it stale. For anyone that is maybe stopped enjoying Fortnite as much, just take a break, revisit in a month or two, and see if you really gain your interest back. Don't do it me and really force yourself to enjoy it, even if your friends are enjoying it. Just say, you know what, I'm done, and I just want to play something else tonight. So that's been my thoughts on Fortnite. Hopefully it's been alright, and I apologise. I'm not here to say that Fortnite is a bad game. If you enjoy it, fair enough, you know, enjoy it all you want. It's just I don't enjoy it anymore, and these are really my thoughts. A lot of people have asked me to play Fortnite and stream Fortnite, and it's, you know, I sort of just have to explain myself every time, so I feel like this is what this video is here for, to explain why I don't like Fortnite and why I'm not playing it, as it is the biggest game right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Nope, 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 nope.